All right, who's the best wing option tonight, though, Paul? You got two dudes north of $8,000 and Gadreau and Pacioretty.
I'm going to go a little bit below that, and I'm finding two guys in the same game. I normally don't go this route, but they're compelling stories. Filip Forsberg, the hottest shooter from the wing that'll play tonight among all wingers, for my money. He has 10 goals and 5 helpers in his last 10 games, along with 30 shots on goal. Even throw in 7 blocks to average 16.7 DraftKings points per game over his last 10 outings. He faces a Dallas club that's given up 10 goals over the last 3 starts. Forsberg costs only $6,200 tonight, despite all those big numbers. I also like the way Joe Pavelski's been carrying himself with 5 goals and 10 helpers in his last 10, and he had such an impressive showing at the All-Star game. I know that these guys are opposing each other tonight, but they can both be productive in what I think could be a very high-scoring tilt. And so I'm waiting for that and hoping that it pays off.
Geoff, what are you doing in the wings and things department?
Yeah, I mean, look, Forsberg should definitely be a guy like you have a lot of interest in tonight. At the same time, I mean, like we've talked about the Detroit Red Wings top line, right? So Tyler Bertuzzi coming in quite a bit cheaper than Filip Forsberg at $5,800. And I mean, like the one thing about this slate, there's some ugly teams on here, but that creates really good matchups. I mean, the Philadelphia Flyers, I mean, I was giving the Blackhawks some jabs there, but I mean, the Flyers are worse. I mean, they're a better matchup. Bertuzzi in this Detroit top line too, like people forget. I mean, they're such a good stacking option in DFS. It produced the 6th most goals scored just in terms of line production as a unit. So, you can pair Bertuzzi with Larkin if you're going that route. 5,800. I also think like Evander Kane. I mean, look, you can hate Evander Kane all you want, or you don't like the move for the Oilers, but I mean, he has come out of the gates kind of running. I mean, 5 shots on goal again last night, 2 goals in 4 games. I mean, he's playing with Connor McDavid, obviously. So lots of cheap options on the wing, and like these are very productive fantasy players. Forsberg, Kane, Bertuzzi. I think you have to roster 2 of those guys, quite frankly, because all of them are too cheap, and they allow you to pay up at the center position.
AJ, who's your winger tonight?
I'm going to look at some guys that Geoff kind of alluded to, and that's the Flames going up against the Golden Knights tonight, as Geoff said. They're on the second of a back-to-back, so we're likely going to see Laurent Brossoit between the pipes, so that improves the matchup for Calgary here. I'll go all the way up for Johnny Gadreau at $8K and Tkachuk at 7,500 respectively. For his part, Tkachuk has cooled a little bit heading into the All-Star break, which is 1 point in his last 4 games, but he was still shooting the puck in those contests. So I'll stick with him there in tonight's slate. I think it's a good opportunity for both guys to get back on track here and really start rolling.